I want to understand what happened. And with even the law of attraction, I was taught the law of attraction, I was 23, 24 years old. Also at a real estate conference.
여기서 이야기하는 끌어당김의 법칙과 우리 뇌가 인지하는 능력과 어떤 상관관계가 있을까요? 지금부터 존아사라프의 이야기로 뇌과학을 풀어가 볼게요.
He says, but over 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, that new pattern that you're focusing on and paying attention to, your brain basically says, well, I guess you really don't need those old patterns. You keep activating these new ones. Let's just make these ones work and let's make these real. About this law of attraction thing, that there's this energy, everything's made up of energy. I am energy, you are energy, and my thoughts, create this resonance between what I attract and what I don't. I'm like, oh good, I like that shit. I want to attract more of the good stuff, right? And so I bought in, I bought into stuff that just made sense to me, but then I was a voracious student. I wanted to understand how. Explain to me how it works. If somebody tells me visualize, I go, why? How does it work? If you ask me to visualize, why does it work? Why should I invest my time on that versus something else? If you're asking me to use affirmations, how specifically, why, how does it work? If you're asking me to emotionalize, well, what's happening in me that tell me I need to create these false senses of feelings, I want to know why it works.
And why does it work, especially emotionalizing? I think that's something that people hear a lot. I talk a lot about embodying something, really feeling it.
Yeah.
But why does it work?
Great question. It has to do with circuits in the brain and neurochemicals that are released. And so when we feel something, chances are that we're going to release dopamine in the brain, the feel-good neurochemical that activates the reward center of the brain. And chances are if we feel that and we have this positive emotion around it and that neurochemistry is flooding our brain and our body with feel-good chemicals, we're actually activating the motivational center of the brain. And so when we visualize, when we set a goal, when we take an action step, when we emotionalize, when we read our goals, the initial flood of neurochemicals, dopamine, serotonin, feel-good chemicals, and then if we share it with a friend, oxytocin, those three neurochemicals, those are the neurochemicals of goal achievement. But then there's the other side of it, the other circuits of fear, of stress, where norepinephrine, cortisol, or epinephrine, the stress hormones can be released as well. And so I'm fascinated, and I want to teach people the stuff that we've learned about beliefs, self-esteem, self-worth, fears, and the stuff that really holds people back. Because all the how to get healthy and stay healthy, we know. How do I build a business and sustain it? We know. How do I get into a relationship and make it successful? We know. We have set points for how much income we earn. So whether it's 10,000 a year or 20 or 50 or 100 or a million, it doesn't matter. We get this set point and then we behave the way we need to behave and we feel what we need to feel to earn that income. And over a period of time, it becomes part of the brain's default mode network. And so when we take, let's say, visualization, right, and you start to see yourself, even if the picture is not clear in your mind, of achieving the next level of your success, whether it's releasing weight and keeping it off, getting into a relationship that you love and are happy in, whether it's to make 2 or 3 or 5 times more money and live a certain type of lifestyle that allows you to do the things that freedom with having money allows you to do. You have to use intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So you have to start everybody off, well, why is it important for you to be able to develop these new beliefs? What will your life be like if you had them right now? What would your family life be like? You have to give them a benefit that's greater than the switch cost.
That's interesting.
Right? So the switch cost is something that our brain resists. The only human that likes change is a wet baby. Every other human being is resistant to it because safety first and homeostasis and energy conservation. So we are biologically wired not to want it to change. So we have to deliberately coax the brain into motivational reasons, emotional reasons. You have to have intrinsic reason. Why must you do this? And so you can use pain as a frame as well. So if you don't, then are you okay with your life being like this at this age in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years? And if you're okay with that, then you're not a candidate for change. But if you're committed to letting go of the old so you can create the new, and you create motivations every day, that's where the power is.
존아사라프의 이야기의 핵심은 끌어당김에도 법칙이 존재하고 이를 우리는 심상화와 자아훈련 반복을 통해 완성해 간다고 이야기하고 있는데요. 초반에도 언급했던 완벽함이 아닌 꾸준한 진전이 답이라는 이야기입니다. 누구든지 하루 1분 혹은 10분을 투자하여 하루 혹은 일주일 습관을 만들고자 한다면 당신의 두뇌 속에 공간을 만들어 특정한 날, 특정한 시간을 습관으로 인식하는 시점으로 3개월이 지난 후 그것은 결국 당신의 진짜 습관이 될 것이라고 하는데요. 우리들이 계속적으로 행했던 단순한 습관이 결국 우리 자신을 스스로 움직이게 만들고 우리 무의식에 프로그래밍된 습관은 스스로 작동하는데 어떤 습관은 버리고 어떤 습관은 강화할지 이것이 아니면 새로운 습관을 어떻게 만들지 우리가 스스로 힘을 실어줄 습관을 만들어 스스로 작동하게 한다면 훨씬 좋은 결과로 이어진다는 내용을 알려주고 있죠. 우리들이 막연히 알고 있는 것을 내 인식부터 바뀌어야 한다는 그의 이야기처럼 우리가 일상에서 이를 활용하는 것만으로도 위대한 성공은 시작된다고 전하고 있는데요. 이번 계기로 우리들의 마인드를 초긍정으로 바꾸고 위 이야기의 주인공인 존아사라프처럼 단기적인 목표부터 글로 적어보면서 긍정적인 결과를 심상화하는 연습을 매일 실천해보면 어떨까요?